Ollie, big weekend coming up. How fit are you, by the way?
A couple of weeks off at the minute. Back running, which is happy to be. The gut were trying to catching up on me, and so yeah, back running. A couple of weeks off, hopefully.
So Anfield this week, obviously you'll be just a spectator, but a big game for the Tigers.
Yeah, just a spectator, which is very disappointing. Such an iconic stadium like it is. I haven't missed a stadium yet on Magic Weekend since Merrifield. I think that was my first one, so I haven't missed one since then. So disappointing not to be getting this one out, but big game, and I'm looking forward to seeing the boys.
Against the league leader St Helens, who've been superb throughout the season, it's not a free hit because obviously Castleford are a decent side, but they are the team everyone's trying to chase down at the moment.
Yeah, they are. Like I said, everybody's trying to chase them down on the table. They're up there. They've set the pace and they've set the bar, and they've set the bar pretty high, haven't they? Really. So they're at the top of the board, and everybody's in sort of chase of them. And there's not that many playoff spots knocking about anymore. So you've got to be on top of your game. And this is a massive weekend of games, especially looking at the table. So it's one that we need to come out on top.
Yeah, it's something on every game. If we say Saints and Whiting probably have got the top two sewn up, there's those three places which pretty much every other team can go for at the moment.
Yeah, well that's the thing. I mean that says a lot about the competition this year, about how good every team is, and if you're not playing well on the day, then you can get turned over by anybody. So you've got to be knocking out 7, 8 out of 10 performances every week to be picking up points.
And how would you feel the Tigers are going? Obviously it's a difficult season, plenty of injuries, but you're still up there contending, and I guess that's the main thing.
Yeah, I think still being in the position that we're in is credit to the boys that have been playing through such a big injury crisis. I think with the injuries, it's been a lot of senior players and a lot of young lads having to step into them spots. So it's difficult for your team when that happens, where you've got a lot of leaders out sat on the sidelines. So it's credit to the young lads that have stepped in and the players that have been out on the field to keep us in touching distance. So we're getting a couple of men back now, and hopefully start climbing that ladder.
It's coming back at the right time of the season, halfway through that push for the playoffs, and of course you'll be back in a couple of weeks yourself.
Yeah. I mean, you're kind of looking at it as a little bit of a bonus, really, that lads have missed a big chunk of the season, so they'll be coming into the back end of the season a little bit fresh, whereas we're hoping that teams that have been fully fit all year, they sort of maybe try to fizzle out on energy wise, but fingers crossed that the lads come back in and start playing well.